Peace. Happy now. Now's the vibrate. You're not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now. Matter of fact, I was about to make this a think fast video because I'm like, it's gonna be kind of short, but it's not necessarily a think fast video. You know, gotta find that, you know, no black and white, gotta find that area that's gray. I want to speak on brief on like LSD, acid, and psychedelics, and its connection with music and just psychedelics in general, but also to inform y'all, man, that the Miles Davis Aura album, that's like a bucket list situation. Like, if you haven't listened to that album, and matter of fact, say for instance though, and say for instance you participate in the psychedelics, if you participate, you know, in journeying, and you haven't listened to that album while on a journey, I suggest you do. Now, not so much on the you know, mushroom or DMT, but more on the lucid, because the lucid doesn't how can I say, the psilocybin and the DMT almost, not say force you to connect with, like, you know, different beings of different realms, but it is a little more spiritual. And not that acid not, because honestly I get spiritual realizations on any of them, honestly, but acid tend to be the one that may be the least, you know, if I had to weigh out all of them for myself personally, and looking at, you know, other people's experiences and the way they explain it, I would say LSD would be, you know, the least spiritual out of those, out of DMT and psilocybin. But that Miles Davis Aura album, though, is like one of the greatest work of arts that I probably ever heard. And not only just, you know, dealing with the psychedelic, but just in general, the way he basically took you through each aura, where it's like white, green, or white, red, like, you know, kind of going through the chakras in essence too. And matter of fact, that's another thing. After hearing that album, it almost discouraged me about making my chakra album. Like, cause I was like, bro, I want to make an album where it goes through each chakra, and each song, you know what I'm saying, you know, deals with that chakra indirectly. Like, I won't just be talking about, well, you know, the root chakra do this, that, but no, talking about things that, you know, deal with the root chakra, and then have the actual producer make the beat to where the beat resonates with the root chakra, you know, like where the hertz and the frequency will resonate with the root chakra. And then the next song will be, you know, sacral chakra information, talking about, you know, sexuality, being fertile, you know, creativity, you know, all these different things in the next song. But the way he did that album, man, it almost discouraged me, because I mean, I put it like this: he did what I wanted to do without words, and which honestly is gonna come out better. Honestly, words kind of, you could say, mess things up. Like, when you, like, our true language is vibration, you know. And another thing too, when you be on these psychedelics, I notice reason why it be so hard to talk a lot of times too is because we're actually vibrating at a fast pace. Reason why we're able to, you know, contact these dimensions and realms when we're on psychedelics, because we're literally vibrating at a high vibration, so we're able to tap into these dimensions, you know. And that's why it's like, you know, somebody go to talking, or you trying to talk, like, like, you know, it's just like, you know, like you buzzing basically, you know what I'm saying? But it's you know, the vibration in essence. But definitely from the sound, the way he took you through each thing, and basically like where you close your eyes, and I just felt myself going through this chakra, and then he had like a little common type of little tempo, or a little, not beat for lack of a better word, but, you know, like a composition where you could tell it's like an in-between point. I call it like elevator music in between chakras. And you see, the fact that I could put that, you know, notion to it, like, cause that's what it was, like it, and at the same time too, matter of fact, that was one of my first times really connecting strong with another being, in essence, like, where Miles Davis was right there with me while I was tripping. Like, I know for a fact, like, he was sitting there, because I'm sitting there, and then it had certain points that was making me cry and this and that, and he's sitting over me like, yeah. Matter of fact, and two, I was wondering if I was picking up on his persona from that that movie that Don Cheadle played as Miles Davis. You know, if you ever seen that movie. And I watched it, and I was wondering if I was picking up on that persona that they portrayed. But then in essence, I'm like, well, I mean, they were portraying him, so I mean, I guess. But like, I could hear him like, yeah, like almost like cursing, like, yeah, motherfucker, not in essence cursing at me, like, but yeah, bro, they don't know, like, you know, because he did have like that artistry type of like, I'm the artist, I'm cool at what I do, and even though y'all think I'm crazy, you know, and I'm a kind of act a little crazy, not act a little crazy, but be myself, and you know, let y'all think what y'all think. But you know, but that album, and too, it went through so many genres. I'm talking about from having like a hip-hop-ish style to flowing into a salsa type of, and it all makes sense. That's the thing, like, you know, it's all these different genres and it all makes sense. But definitely check out that album dealing with psychedelics, because I mean, it really just, and two, that's another thing I want to bring up with and you could tell people who make their music for that situation, because another thing I brought up, like when I thought about Pink Floyd, I thought about Jimi Hendrix, Toro y Moi. That's kind of like a newer person, if y'all familiar with Toro y Moi. But like when listening to it, that's another thing that makes me feel good and laugh when I'm listening to that type of music on psychedelics, because it's like that little mutual like salute, like, bruh, you knew what you was doing when you made this, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could feel it, you know. And that Miles Davis, definitely, he might have made that right after a trip or right after a meditation or something, but he definitely put in some strong energy. And then what's funny, after connecting with his spirit, you know, I'm sitting out there and he like, yeah, bro, you know, like, you know, I put my stuff in it. People thought I was crazy, but look at this shit, you know, like, kind of like, you know, like, and that's the thing too. And I'm not making that up. Like, you start to realize, you know, that it has to be some type of channel, because I'm not sitting there like playing like acting like I'm Miles Davis in my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, that's what's coming to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like laughing, like, bruh, like, I do this, you know, just, bruh. And I'm talking about, and you realize like the vibrations, because think about it too, as a play, we are an instrument. You play each chakra right, just like playing the flute. You know what I'm saying? You hold down a certain chakra and blow, you get certain different music. That's why too, we all love somebody who's a master or who's great at playing a certain instrument, because it as above, so below. When we're great at what we're doing, when we raise our kundalini and manifesting things, our chakras are being played right, you know what I'm saying? Our instrument called Solomon's Temple, you know what I'm saying? Or just the instrument in general is being played, you know, at a beautiful frequency. And that's why everybody fall in love with, you know, and not even just what you do as an entertainer, like, but with your lifestyle in general. Your life is a vibration and sound, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of it. But definitely I'm going on a little tangent, kind of going off, but it's definitely you know, everything is a vibration. Before, I always tell people, before there was a name of anybody, you know, we were just vibrations, you know. That's why Tetragrammaton and Yod-He, Vod-He, those names is considered like, oh, you know, you shouldn't say those names, but it was more just to personify that God is an unnameable thing, you know what I'm saying? But definitely, two, depth perception in music. And matter of fact, to the musicians out there, if you deal with it or you want to make music for, you know, for the psychedelic crowd, make sure you got depth perception and stereo within your music. So, you know, where basically you ever was listening to some music and it just all sound like it's coming out of, you know, nothing's different about it, it's monotone, basically, you know, the voices and the music all the same. That's another thing too, why music's played by instrument, and why I like a new school person like Toro y Moi, or some of these new school people understand the importance of playing instruments, you know, and how you really, because instruments tune closer to the chakras than a beat. Say if you playing a beatbox and making beats like that, yeah, you can make a catchy tune, but it's not touching the soul, because it's not coming off of, it's not giving off a hertz or a frequency, you know. It's not dealing with like a solfeggio tone, you know what I'm saying? It's like just basically just, you You know, sound, it got a little something to it. It's gonna give a happy vibration or neutral vibration or sad, but you know, it's not really digging in and giving you like straight up where, you know, where a guitar is hitting like every note of your heart chakra, your throat chakra. Matter of fact, you might mess around and do a little thing and tune all your chakras at once, you know what I'm saying? Like a singing bowl, you know, basically. But that's literally what be going on. But the depth perception, where you listen to something and it sounds like a noise in front of you, like the drums playing up here, especially like when you close your eyes and you got the headphones on, especially with the psychedelics, that amplified to a level where you is anyway. The whole point, you know, like you might hear the drums over or the horn playing right here, while this horn going in and out and then going back and forth on this ear while the person singing up here, you know what I'm saying? Like, and picture how, look at that depth perception. Like, well, I'm just listening to some headphones, but yet it's making me feel like, not making me feel, that's what the noise are, you know, how I say, you know, it's making that happen in essence. But you know, the effect to where like it feels like noise is switching ears, and one noise is in front of me, one noise is behind me, you know, like, or like changing like the I always forget like what's the name of that knob when you changing like the tone. It's not necessarily the tone of the music, but it's like that, and then coming back out of it type of thing. But like all those type of noises like that, matter of fact, especially those, like the noises that's almost like that, like that, the little thing that the Aborigines play. And that's why they play those things, like singing bowls, all that. Like that make you so jump when you're on them psychedelics, because you know that vibration is, you know, is a true connection to your being. But definitely want to check out that. Oh yeah, and I was gonna say too, I found out, you know, after the Miles Davis situation, me being in California, but I wasn't in Venice when I was on my trip, but I was downtown. But I found out that Miles Davis last was living in Santa Monica, you know, right by Venice Beach. So that was, you know, something there, you know. But yeah, I really, matter of fact too, feeling like I was just going through his aura too. Like I felt like, that's the thing with just music, I felt him telling the story of some of the things he went through, telling general stories, like just all, he was making that music talk, like literally, you know. But you know, and again, that's something for the musicians, man. You know, works of art. You know, matter of fact, and that's the old school album, man. Like, well, starting from one to finish, everything is like interconnected, like a movie. You know what I'm saying? That's why we cherish some of our old music so much, because you know, a lot of artists, especially, you know, not even getting on it, but you know, it's just a lot of music has lost its substance due to the promotion of trying to, you know, keep us down. But at the same time, I'm not gonna knock the situation that it is still good music out there. It's just the you know, it's just the brainwashing music being promoted. And two, you'll notice something in that music being made just by beat machines, and so it's throwing off your resonance, it's throwing off your frequencies. The fact that our bodies pick up on all that music and stuff. So if you playing some old crazy shit that what the killer this what the, it's like, you know, yeah, you could kind of move to it, but it's like the vibration of it is not as harmful to your being, you know. But and two, realizing, man, that the universe, you know, the one verse, you know, it's just one big song. Basically, that's what we in. We just in one big song. And that's why across the board, I always say, no matter what, from a KKK to Black Panther to anything that polarizing opposites, you know what I'm saying? Not that those two are necessarily the same, like I keep it real. Certain people are racist, certain people not. But I digress. Not a complete comparison. But my point is, you know what I'm saying, no matter what walk of life you come from, we all resonate with music, you know what I'm saying? Like some type of vibration in some way. And two, you see the connection where, you know, the more melanin, the more connection to that music, you know. Like, and that's the thing where we got to get to a place where keeping it real. Like, when you go to sports or you look at dancing, like, you know, like black people could dance and stuff. You know, it's the melanin, the high melanin content. You know, the melanin makes up a lot of things on Earth, and it's connected to a lot of things in the universe. So, you know, that universe, that song that's playing constantly around us, the Earth resonance, you know, that Schumannic resonance, you know, that's playing, and, you know, we catch it easy, you know, compared to somebody with, you know, with less melanin. You know, they kind of got to struggle with the moves a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good, you know, look, long as you try. So I tell any brother, sister, white, whatever, like, bro, dance, look, do your thing. Like, cause some white people be kind of ashamed to dance in front of black. Like, bro, look, we know you struggle with rhythm. It's all good. Nobody is judging. You know what I'm saying? Look, just dance, like, you know, like however you do it. If it look like you're stumping a cockroach, like whatever, you know, move. But you know, definitely the universe is the one verse. You know, just one big musical note. We're all one big orchestra, one big organism. You know what I'm saying? Playing this beautiful music. But that's another thing too I want to add, cause when on psychedelics, that's why I tell people you find out that nothing is a coincidence. Because with most psychedelics, source or your inner universe or the universe is going to find ways to send messages through any music and any song. But like, say for instance, that Toro Imoy Samantha album, it was like each song was just too on point. Like the words that it was using, the fact that every now and then it would be like a song with lyrics and then a song without, like, you know, like it was just too perfect. It was just basically taking you through worlds. And then two, this is another great one too that take you through them worlds. That Pink Floyd, Shine On You Crazy Diamond. Shine on you crazy diamond. That and Comfortably Numb. Telling you, but that Miles Davis Aura album, that's bucket list material. If you get doing some psychedelics sometime soon, you might want to make sure you get that album some kind of way, form, or fashion, and listen to that while you you know, while you're on the psychedelics. And then right here, which I got a video on this, but just to you know, just to pass by it, see the different resonance, you know, like what they got, like a re, mi, fa, you know, like all the different little keys and chords to the piano. And that's why that music, you know, again, resonates with us on that type of level. Matter of fact, which I did a lecture on this before. I say a lecture because it wasn't long like that, but while I spoke on the piano keys, I looked up some information that showed how the piano keys equal up to pi and the different musical notes on that level too. So, but and it's a fact that sound waves and frequencies can change and modify your DNA. And you see, with all these facts, like, look like with like, you know, certain facts should throw other things out the window. A perfect example, the placebo effect. The fact that that is a fact, everybody should now know that we're all capable of healing ourselves. So why everybody's still having a hard time when that is a fact? You know, the placebo effect, proven by the people that you like to only believe. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like, you know, you hear something from, and which, you know, research, but it's funny because you hear you research, but then you hear from the government that's now take it and go with it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, but definitely though, the DNA resonates with sound frequencies as well, you know. Matter of fact, water content, you know, throughout the body. But spiritual warfare, that's another thing too, which I ain't about to get into. I'm about to end the video, but, you know, just helping you bring it all in full circle, like, you know, where the vibrations is real. And I always tell people too, if you want to explain to somebody how now, I wish they would have to understand and accept the fact that everything is vibration. They would have to accept, you know, the Hermetic principles or, you know, the Emerald tablets. But, like I tell people the way a crystal work, I'm like, everything vibrates. And vibration, you know, creates sound. And vibration creates sound, whether you could hear it as a human, or a dog could hear it, or a different, you know what I'm saying? But you know, all vibrations create sound. So I'm like, just like when somebody passed with some loud music in a car, you know, with the big knock, bloop, 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 you know, beating down the block, knock your pictures off the wall. Now, matter of fact, just like that song say, beating down your block, knock your pictures off your wall. Matter of fact, I'm from the South. For those of y'all that don't understand, I'm talking about a song, and it's speaking of the noise that is in trunk due to the 808s. You know, thumping in the trunk. You know, you gotta put the proper voice like a public service now, if you don't know. But basically though, you know, like that, like where a car come and you know you got the bass in the trunk and something could fall in the house, but yet when you see that car passes, that car didn't something didn't jump out of that car and knock that picture off the wall, you know. And if you stood in between that car and that picture, it would have still happened. So it must be something unseen, you know what I'm saying, moving, you know what I'm saying, with that sound, you know what I'm saying, with that you know, with the vibration into that sound. But it's something that, you know, you're not seeing, but it's still obviously working. Just because you don't know the formula of gravity doesn't mean it's not working on you. You know what I'm saying? All the same thing. Just because you don't believe in astrology don't mean that your the planets and, you know, what zodiac sign you are affects you, you know what I'm saying? Like it's all the same thing. But I forgot the little tangent I was on. But it's all good. That's about it though. Definitely want to deal with that Miles Davis when you're dealing with psychedelics. Miles Davis Aura album. And matter of fact, I mean, and even from the front of it, where he got like a Papa Legba hat facing down, and kind of meant to be like the sun, like got a little top hat, like it, bro, work of art, like easily, like. And I had to. What's funny too, I had to catch myself because I'm like, all right, am I just being live? Because say for instance, because psychedelics can make, say for instance, regular music seem a little more than what it is, you know what I'm saying, in some cases. So I was thinking like, man, am I boosting this up just because I'm on the psychedelics, or is this really jamming like this? But like, and I went listened to it after I came down. I'm like, nope. I'm like, of course I'm not in there like how I was earlier, but I'm like, nah, it's still that same piece of, you know, that same work of art. So, but that is basically it. And that's what I was talking about, how sound vibrations work and how to explain it to people. So, you know, when they ask, well, how holding this or wearing this gonna work on me, you know what I'm saying? It's giving off a vibration that's resonating with, you know, what's in your body. Same way they killing people with the that chemotherapy, you know. You don't see nothing actually, you know, going into you, but it's some shit going into you, killing up all your cells, you know what I'm saying? So, but peace. Happy now. Now's the vibrate, of course. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now. Peace.